Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, to ring in the month of August. And August is not going to feel like August normally. It's actually going to feel pretty darn nice. In fact, I strongly recommend considering turning off your ACs and opening up the windows, especially during the nighttime hours right here in the Midwest. Those of you down in the Southeast, maybe not so much, but overall, it's going to be a really nice weekend for us here in the Ohio Valley as well as the Midwest. Temperature-wise, let's take a look at what's going on here on your Friday. Notice all the yellow across the area. We're looking for normal high temperatures, mid to upper 80s. We're going to be below that. Lower humidities is actually going to feel really pretty darn nice, especially during the nighttime hours. This should validate right around 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see temperatures most likely in the lower 80s right here in the Ohio Valley. We may even stay down in the upper 70s, depends on how much cloud cover we have, but overall it's going to feel great. That's on your Friday. Now, as far as your Saturday is concerned, still going to look pretty darn nice with quite a bit of sunshine. Now, you notice some yellow down in this area. Those of you down in the Carolinas, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, that's more reflective to the, looks like the sky cover with clouds and looks like some rain there for you, but very nice across most of the northern half of the country. Still very warm though down in the central and southern plains, and it looks like that's pretty much going to continue, unfortunately. Now that's on your Saturday. Sunday, you see again, pretty much not too bad. Temperatures starting to modify a little bit here in the Ohio Valley, and you're going to see temperatures a little bit warmer, but still I think humidity levels are going to be pretty darn low, and so it's going to feel pretty nice. This area of yellow reflects there's going to be significant rain for you down into the southeast, so watch out for some flooding there for you. Now let's sneak on into next week. Let's find out what the first week of August is going to look like. This is on Wednesday. Patch yellow here in the spine of the Appalachians. That's going to reflect some rain, but notice the heat building again out towards the west. Those of you in the central and southern plains, you could be looking at triple-digit heat there for you. Taking a look further down to next Saturday, that heat expands back into the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley. So enjoy the next couple of days. Temperature-wise, it's going to feel pretty darn nice out there. Precipitation, not too bad. This is on Friday, drying out across the Midwest as well as the Great Lakes region. There's going to be unsettled weather down in this area. That starts there on Friday. On Saturday, you can see it expanding a little bit. There's that expects energy up into high plains, and that's going to push some rain. Not this weekend, but probably on into next week. Again, this is on our Saturday. Kind of see again, there's going to be a lot of activity off the Carolina coast. By Sunday, that expands even further. In fact, it starts expanding a little bit further north as well. I think this may be a little bit too far north, but keep an eye on the Tennessee Valley, southern Kentucky. Looks like you could be looking at some rain, but it looks like a lot of rain across the southeast and northern Florida, and also here in the high plains stretching down right straight down the Mississippi Valley. So that's going to be pushing its way, and that's going to introduce the more heat as we work our way on into next week. By next Wednesday, you do see that into the Midwest. That's going to introduce that heat coming in. We could be looking at a pocket of some severe weather up in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Really kind of have to keep an eye on that. The frontal system will be sitting down in this area, and that is concerning a little bit. Right now, the models aren't showing anything that could develop, but anytime you get a front down into the Gulf of Mexico in the southeast, we could get a little bit of a spin up. And it won't take much for it to really get cranked up. But right now, the models aren't showing anything, and so I'm looking at that also. The conditions, the water certainly warm enough, but the atmospheric conditions still a little bit unfriendly, let's say, for any type of tropical development. But we'll still keep an eye on that. And then as we head on into next Saturday, more rain for the Great Lakes region. It's going to be very hot and muggy. Once again, it's disturbed weather down in the Gulf. We really have to keep an eye on that. This is a week from Saturday if this verifies, so we kind of have to watch that. But again, it's going to get hot again, but enjoy the upcoming weekend. Again, you may want to consider opening up your windows, letting that fresh air in, because it is going to feel really, really nice. Enjoy the weekend, everyone. I'm George, the Weather Dad.